Hello, everyone. Hey, Miss Max. Hey, Melissa. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to everyone who is here. All right, guys, let me get you your Zoom link. So you can join the chats. And guys, yes, like how I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember the topic for tonight, but yeah, our topic for tonight, what is the purpose of the twin flame journey? So if you would like to jump on, give your views, I'll be putting the link inside the chat. But let me find it. My phone doesn't work that well, so give me a little minute. Let me find this thing. I hope you guys can hear me out there as well. So thank you guys for joining tonight. Thanks to everyone, even if you're just stopping by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, great, Max. Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll start in just a couple minutes. I want to give you your... I think I got it. Okay. So there you go, guys. You can join the Zoom, give your views, ask your questions, even if it's not related to the topic tonight. Just make sure you ask your questions so you can get the help that you need. And there it is. I've pinned it to the top so anyone that comes in, they can see it. So you can join, guys. And guys, please, you have to communicate in order for me to understand what you're going through, what you're experiencing. Because I'm sure we wouldn't be here if we don't have anything that we want to get answered. All right. All right, let's see. All right, so let's start the Zoom now and let's get the discussion going. All right. Where is my Zoom? All right, guys, so our Zoom is connecting, and if anyone wants to join, the Zoom link is in the chat. I just typed the Zoom link, so you don't have to have Zoom, guys. you can just join from the link. You change your name if you want to before you begin. Change your profile picture if you want to before you begin. And of course, your camera will be off, so no one knows who you are, and you can get your questions answered. All right, let's begin. Nice scene as usual. Okay. All right, guys, so as we are here today again, we're here to discuss the twin flame journey and what the twin flame journey is about, and the reason for the twin flame journey in our lives. I'm not sure if, hey, Miss Marva, I'm not sure if you guys have an idea of what this twin flame journey is and the purpose in our lives. If you do, please do not be afraid to join the Zoom so you can share your views and your ideas. But until then, I'll just be going through some points for you guys just so that you have an understanding. Because again, if you don't understand what you're facing on the journey, if you don't even understand why you're on the journey, then it's going to be hard for you to achieve that place of union that you want to achieve. So let's start with the very first reason or purpose for the twin flame journey. The number one reason for the twin flame journey, for us being on the twin flame journey, is to acknowledge God. This journey, as everybody has been saying, it's been written, it's been said, and it has been said long time ago before Twin D is saying it. It is a spiritual journey. And in order to achieve that spirituality that you need to achieve, then you have to be able to connect with God. That's the number one thing about the twin flame journey. It's about your connection with God. And this is the reason why when you are on this journey, and if we focus on our masculines too much, if we allow our divine masculine to consume our mind, and we allow our divine masculine to be that number one priority in our life, that's the reason why we have to go into separation. And that's because our number one focus on this journey needs to be God. A lot of us, we may not believe that, we may not acknowledge that, but that is the number one reason. Because if you don't, then you will definitely be struggling on this journey. Okay? So your number one purpose or reason for the twin flame journey, for us being on the twin flame journey, is so that we can find and connect to God. When you find God, when you connect to God, it opens up this space of tranquility. It's like this space of peace. You find the peace you've been longing for. Everything you've been searching for all your life, you'll find it once you find God. If you notice that every single time you chase after your divine masculine, nothing gets better. Your heart gets broken. You're still crying. You're still wondering what's happening, what's going on. You're wondering how comes union is not happening. And it is because we are focused on the wrong thing. We have to learn to acknowledge God on the journey. If you cannot acknowledge God, it means you are turning yourself away from love, from unconditional love, from yourself. The only way and the only place you're going to find unconditional love is not in somebody else. You're going to find that unconditional love within yourself. And that's because God is within you. So not until you find God, which is in yourself, will you be able to find that peace that you're looking for. So it doesn't matter how much you want to chase your divine masculine. It doesn't matter what you want to tell them, how you want to say, I love you 50 million times. If you're not focused on the right thing, if you're not focused on God, if you're not trying to acknowledge God, if you're not trying to connect with God, the spiritual side of the journey, then union is going to be so difficult for you to get into. Right, so the second thing here is in regards to self-growth. So when you look on this journey and you realize that every single thing about this journey is about change. It's about you changing. It's about you changing your life. It's about you making all these necessary changes that you would not have made if you weren't on the twin flame journey. You start to get more, like paying more attention to yourself. You start to allow yourself to do the things that you had wanted to do from however long, but you never gave yourself the opportunity to do so because you could have been too busy taking care of others, too busy allowing others to put you down. So you never got the chance to be you. You never got the chance to be the person that God wanted you to be. So with all these acknowledging, you acknowledge God, you acknowledge yourself, it's going to make way for self-growth. It's going to make way for you to be enlightened so you can see all the things that are wrong that you need to fix. So you can see, hey, I don't belong in this place. I have a mission. I need to be somewhere else. And all these will be an internal feeling. All these will be an internal feeling. Right? Everything will start to change when you get on the twin flame journey, and it is because the journey is meant for you to change. It's meant for you to change everything about you that is negative. If you're someone who likes to get upset too easily, you jump to conclusion. You're always angry. And there are always reasons why you are in this energy. Maybe it's because of your past experiences. And again, that's the reason why this twin flame journey is here, because now you are to learn to take yourself out of all the negative things you have experienced in your past. So everything that you're going to be doing on this twin flame journey is going to allow you to change. So everything that I just mentioned, if you are a person who likes to, you jump to conclusion, you get angry too quickly, right? You allow others to use you, you give too much, being on this twin flame journey. And when you find God, and when you start to look within yourself, then you're going to realize that whatever it is that has been negative for you, that has not been helping you, you are going to have to put them down. You're going to have to, like, forget about it. I need to be a better person. I need to change. And that's why some of us, our main issue on this journey is being clingy. Because when we cling on to the divine masculines, it is because of some self-hurt in the past. It is because of some wounds, abandonment issues, never feeling like we are good enough for anybody. So when we receive that love, when we finally got somebody who truly loved us, we didn't want to let go. We didn't want to say, divine masculine is okay, you can go your way while I go mine. You didn't want to do that, because if I do that, I am going to lose my person. And I don't want to be alone. I don't want to lose my person. So that clingy energy stems from you being afraid of being left alone. It's not that that's the person that you are, but it's because that's the energy you get when this love is walking away from you. And then you will see that being clingy, hanging on to stuff, making sure that I always have, because I don't want to lose energy, is something you need to work on. So all of that will allow you to grow personally as a person, and it will also lead you to who you need to be on this path. Because a lot of us, we are teachers, we are healers, we are guides, we are helpers, but you won't find out what it is, what your mission is, until you start to focus on God and changing yourself and changing your life. So the more you hang on to your divine masculine, the more you want them, the more you say, divine masculine, you gotta come now because I'm ready. The more you focus on the time that you're not together, it's the more time that you spend not helping others that you need to be helping. Twin flames are God's leaders, God's teachers, God's guides. Or can use a different phrase, we are his earthly angels. We're like good Samaritans. We're there to help others. He will send us to help people, help those who need our help without us even knowing that we're going to be helping someone. But we're always going to be there for someone. But if all the time that we have, we spend it wondering, yearning, looking for the masculine, those who need our help, those who we should be moving closer to so that we can help, they will not receive our help. They won't receive any help at all. And that's why to find your mission, you have to first find God so that he can lead you where you need to be. All right, now the third thing here as to why we're on this twin flame journey is for you to acknowledge who you are. In your past, there may have been times where you shut your real self away. And that's because you didn't love who you are. You did not love the fact that nobody loves you, nobody wants to be around you. Everybody that comes into your life, they walk away. They may use you, abuse you. And you don't feel like I'm of any use to anybody. I don't feel like I'm useful any at all. And that's because you're not acknowledging who you are. That's because you have been suppressed. You have been suppressed by your wounds, by negative energy. So once you're open to the twin flame journey and you start to acknowledge who you are, and you start telling yourself, I am beautiful, I am handsome, I can achieve anything I put my mind to. This will also put you on that path where you need to be. It will help you to find who you are and where you need to be. But all this starts with the number one reason. You got to first find God on this journey. On the twin flame journey. You have found your divine masculine. You have found your divine feminine because you are searching for God. God is inside your divine masculine because God is unconditional love. God is inside your divine feminine because God is unconditional love. And that's what both of you have for each other. That's what you have been searching for your entire lives. And now that you've found each other, you have ultimately found God. But what now should you do? Should you cling to the physical person? Or should you go within to be connected to the God that you've been longing for, that you have just found. And that's why the twin flame journey is spent on internal energy, not on external forces or anything on the outside of you. It is because it is meant to be internal. Because that's where God is. He's not outside walking up and down. Somebody's just carrying a piece of God inside of them for you. But we are so obsessed with the physical being that we forgot about the spiritual being. So you're going to have to make sure that you acknowledge who you are so that you can put these things behind you as quickly as possible. And the faster you heal, the faster you let go of the divine masculine, the faster you stop chasing, the faster you acknowledge that your divine masculine is already with you. You are never in separation. It's the easier you will come into union with yourself. And you have to first come into union with yourself before you can come into union with your divine masculine. All right? Miss Bex, I have you here. I'm glad you're here. So if at any time you want to add anything, just let me know, okay?
Sure.
All right, great.
I did want to ask you a question about something that you said that a lot of times we hear on YouTube or out in the twin flame community that may not be very clear to everyone. And when you talk about, because chasing can be something that you have to really, really examine yourself well when it comes to chasing, because there are a lot of behaviors that constitute chasing that does not even involve picking up a telephone, because you can have a mindset of chasing your person depending upon where your thoughts are. And so when you talk about realizing that your masculine is with you all of the time, can you talk more about that?
Okay.
How that realization unfolds, or how it has unfolded to you, or how you've seen it unfold to others. So to share the experience so that it becomes more vivid and clear what that means.
Okay. And if I'm going off track, please stop me and bring me back, all right?
Sure.
Okay. So what it means to, oh wow. My my heart just jumped. Okay. All right, let's continue. What it means to realize that your divine masculine is with you all the time is to first acknowledge that you and this person, you're the same soul. Because that's what twin flames are. One soul split into two bodies. Your soul is in your divine masculine's body. It's just that physical body walking around over there. But your soul, it's spiritual, right? It's not something you can touch. It's not something you can see. It's spiritual. So your soul, your one soul, is just shared by somebody else. So once you acknowledge that that soul is also in you, then you can let go. Then you can say, okay, I can talk to myself. And when I'm talking to myself, I'm talking to the divine masculine because we are the same person. We have the same soul. And the soul is what rules the body. So if I should talk to myself, if I should acknowledge that this person is already within me, then there's nothing to fear. Because acknowledging that this person is always with me now shows me that I'm never alone. It shows me that my masculine is always here because we are the same person. If I continue to look at the body walking around, then I'll say we are in separation. But the twin flame journey is not about the body. The twin flame journey is about the soul. So when you start to acknowledge that the one soul that was split in two is the same, and you already have that soul within you, then you can tell yourself, I'm always in union with my person. We're always together. He's always here. She's always here. And that's because you are the same person. If we focus on the body, you will continue to say we are in separation. If you understand what it means to go within and to meditate and to talk to yourself, then you will know what it means to be with your divine masculine. Because once you're able to meditate, once you're able to talk to yourself, then you're ultimately talking to your divine masculine. This person is you. It's just that they are in a different body. You are never separated because your soul is still living within you. It's the same soul. And this is the reason why when you talk to yourself, it reflects on them and they can feel it and they can hear you because it's the same soul. This is the reason why sometimes when you get hurt, they may feel it too because it's the same soul. That's why you feel each other's pains and grief and happiness because it's the same soul. You have been living. Go ahead.
So, sometimes, Twenty, I think that sometimes the reason that this topic can elude is because I'm not sure sometimes if it is clear the information that is put out there about the soul. And because I have studied and it's sometimes not easy for us to understand a soul because we're thinking about a three-dimensional entity, and really saying what is a soul, and how can the soul be in several different places amongst people, and understanding that. And so I have studied and been told that our soul is such a big thing because it's not obviously a physical entity until our whole soul would not fit inside of a human body. And so it's very difficult for some of us to understand or imagine a soul here and a soul somewhere else, even though you do know that that is real. I believe that that is the basis of us being able to have the telepathy. And when they've studied, because there are all of these scientists trying to make an intersection between spirituality and science. And so even they studied like the human aura field, and um, which is the energy within us and that surrounds us.
Mm-hmm.
But even that is not the totality of our soul.
Mm-hmm.
And to understand that the energy within and without is constantly expanding and contracting and taking upon different vibrations, different frequencies, different colors, and that there is another person who matches that
Mm-hmm.
because um, it, I think that that is not easy for us to um, perceive at times, and because of that, um, it's difficult sometimes for divine feminines and divine masculines to trust because it is something that is not um, in the
Physical.
visible, well, the spectrum of light. Because see, we only scientifically we only see 1% of the light spectrum that is going on in this world at all times. We don't hear everything that is going on, and that is why some animals can hear things that we cannot hear. And
Okay.
so, just
All right, Max, let me ask you a question. Is the twin flame journey scientific or spiritual?
I believe it is spiritual.
Okay. So this goes back to the number one reason for the twin flame journey. The number one reason for the twin flame journey is for you to find God. And through you finding God, it will give you all the understanding that you need in regards to spirituality. We all know that, yes, your soul is a big thing, and how does it fit into a little body like ours? But that reason is because the soul has no shape, the soul has no form. So it can take whatever form, whatever shape it wants. It's like water, right? It's like water. It's fluid. It can take any shape of any form. When God sent Jesus here, Jesus is a big old spiritual being. Jesus is God, but he came here in a body. And that's because in order for people to see a soul, it has to be put into a body. Now the difference is that our souls were split into two. Science cannot explain this because it is spiritual. Science will try to explain how the moon stays into the sky. But you can't explain it because it's spiritual, because it's made by God, because God is the one doing it. You cannot explain anything when it comes on to God because it is spiritual. You can't explain God, but you know He's there. You can't explain the fact that our souls were split into two, but that's what happened. That's the fact. So when you find God, the very first thing on this journey, and you acknowledge God, everything here will be revealed to you, and you will not be looking at things like in a scientific way, something physical that you can explain. Scientists are always trying to explain something so they can put it in the physical. And that's where things always get messed up because I want it to be this way. This is what I want it to be. This is how I need to see it for me to believe it. And again, now we go back to the spiritual. We walk by faith and not by sight. And that is because everything that concerns God is spiritual. So if you are trying to say Not you, I'm just saying, if you are trying to say, I can't believe that my masculine is with me because he's out there walking up and down. Okay, so what do you want to do? Do you want to take your masculine and them having merge with you? That cannot be, it's not possible, right? It's not possible. What is possible is the connection of two souls. That is what's possible. And when you connect with another soul, it doesn't matter what body it is in, it doesn't matter how far it is from you, because it is spiritual and it lives in another space and time. It can go anywhere, and that's how people are able to astral project, because your soul leaves your body, goes about its business, and then returns to you. It's the same with you and your divine masculine. It does not matter how far you are from your masculine. It does not matter how far you are from your feminine. Your souls will automatically connect whenever they want to. And the scientists would want to say, okay, I need to see this happening, because they walk by sight and not faith. And they will come out and stick up their machine and put you on sleep machine to see what your soul does when you fall asleep, so they can see how the two souls connect. If you only believe in what you see, then this twin flame journey is going to be very hard for you. The twin flame journey is a spiritual journey, meaning the things that happen on this journey is hard to explain. And the only way for you to get through this journey is to believe without seeing. Because when you believe without seeing, we are going back to the number one reason for this journey. You are connecting to God. The twin flame journey is not a physical journey. It is not a scientific journey. It is a spiritual journey, because you are connecting to God through your soul. All your negative emotions that you have, it's a spiritual thing. You can't see your emotions, but you can feel them. And if you're looking at it scientifically, I would like to see you put anger in the middle of your hand and say, this is what anger looks like. You can't see it, but you know it's there. You can't see your divine masculine, but you know he's there. How do you know he's there? It is because you are connected spiritually to this person. And the word spiritually comes from spiritual. That's what we're talking about. Spirit. The spirit. The spirit is your soul. And your souls are connected. Your souls can go anywhere it wants. When you fall asleep, your soul, for instance, for me, I'm here in Manitoba. My masculine is in Toronto. When I fall asleep, my soul can travel to Toronto. And my soul is not going to take a car. My soul is not going to take a bus. My soul is not going to take a plane. My soul can just appear where it wants to appear, because it's spiritual. It's been guided by God. God sits high and he looks low. He can see in Jamaica, where my family is, and he can see me here in Canada. It's the same thing with your soul. My soul can just be here with me now, and then it goes to Toronto. And it comes back. And that's because it's spiritual. It is not a physical thing. And that's why when we focus on the physical thing, on the man, on the woman, that's why it gets so hard. Because you're focused on the wrong thing. You are to focus on the spiritual aspect of the journey. And like you said, Mex, people don't talk about the spiritual aspect of the journey. One, I don't know if it's because they can't explain it, or two, it's because They wish to ignore it because it talks about God. Is there a number three? Or they just don't care? Because a lot of people, they don't care about the healing. They just want to make sure that they have people coming to them for advice, coming to them so they can tell them foolishness, coming to them so that they can make money off of people for their own gain. So nobody cares about the spiritual aspect, which is the most important part of the journey. Anywhere you see the information, anywhere you look, you will see it is a spiritual journey. It's not about meditating. It's not about you changing your hair. It's not about you exercising. It's about the spiritual side of you, the part that you cannot see. The parts that, all these parts that you cannot see are the very soul of you. It is the core of you. You're a very angry person. You're a very angry person. But is anger a part of you? Is anger your hand? Is anger your foot? No. You can't see anger. You can act it out, but you can't see it. And it is because it's deep within you. It's in your core. It's in your soul. Your emotions make up your soul. Your emotions make up the core of who you are. So it does not matter if you will say, I cannot see that my masculine is me, because he's over there and I'm here. So how can we be one? How can we be together all the time? The body, it's different, but it's the same soul. Your core is what makes you up. Your core is your emotions. Your core is your soul. And that's why everything that you have to heal is in regards to your core, is in regards to your emotion. And not until you work on your emotions will your soul be reunited. Because if you are still hanging on to the negative emotions, you are blocking each other. Because your soul is a light. Your soul is a guide. Your soul is like, what they call it? The lighthouse. Your soul is a lighthouse. It shines bright for everybody to see. It leads people to where they need to be. Back to God, following God. That's your soul. Your leaders, your teachers, your guides. That's what's buried deep inside of you in your soul. Who you truly are. And if you're not being the light, if your soul is not released from the darkness that you have inside, although you can't get rid of the darkness, and that's why you have to learn to control it. Balance, yin and yang. If you cannot control that negative energy, then you cannot guide anybody. You cannot guide your masculine back to you. You are their guiding light. And I think one of my cards said something like that too. The guiding light, guiding light in my ascension or something like that. You are their guiding light. If you have no light, they cannot see. Because your soul has to guide the other half of your soul back to you. And again, it's happening spiritually. They connect to their one another whenever they want to connect. That's why you can hear your masculine out of the blue. That's why you can feel their energy.
That actually happened to me this morning. I did hear my masculine. As soon as I woke up, I heard exactly what he was saying to me. And when I came, I was not even completely woke up, but I did hear a message that he had for me this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that it was him because when I fully woke up, I could feel the thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually received a song. And
Mm-hmm.
once I played the song, then I understood why I heard the very first words, that I was not even completely woke, and I heard these words. And you're so correct in that when we do sleep, then our body does go into the astral planes to travel
Mm-hmm.
and have different experience. Um, there's also a scripture, I believe it's Isaiah 26:3, that says, I will keep uh, those in perfect peace whose mind is
Set
stayed
on
on
thee.
me.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
And that so, that is, peace is one of the gifts from God. A lot of times it's very, very difficult to go within and to trust what you receive if you're not in peace.
Mm-hmm.
And so peace is a very, very um, wonderful gift from God. And, the scientists, they are trying to study and figure these things out very hard, but God will let them know some things, but they will never know everything.
No, because they're not God. How can they know everything? They have a brain just like us, and they're limited to certain things just like us. But the reason that these people are trying to prove things is not because they want to say it's right, but because they want to say that I can control things. That's why they try to show you that everything exists because this happens, everything happens because this exists, because they want to be able to control things around them. Not because they want to prove God exists, not because they want to prove things right, but because they want to have control. Because they want to know that they can go turn off the sun if they choose to. They want to know that they can go land on the moon and build houses on there, even though you cannot, if they want to. So everything they're doing is for their own gain. And that's why they make everything so difficult. And they are one of the reasons why everyone, it's so hard for people to trust their own soul, because you, the physical man that I see, that I can trust because I see you, says that this happens that way. And that's why God warns us, you walk by faith and not by sight. And Wendy, you are asking, but do you always feel or know your soul goes in 5D? There's something that you need to understand about 5D. 5D is where you go when you dream. 5D is the dream state. So if you know you're dreaming, you know you're in the 5D. And this is for some this is the very reason why sometimes when you see your divine masculine in your dream, you wake up and it feels so real. It feels like I was really with my masculine. And it's because you were your soul. Because your body cannot go in the spiritual world. And your soul cannot live in the physical world. That's why your soul needs a body. Because in the physical world, it needs a body to walk around. In the spiritual world, it does not need a body. That's why when you die, your body goes to the earth and your soul goes to heaven, or wherever your soul is going to go. That's why your soul leaves your body, so it can go into the 5D. So if you guys are always going to focus on the body, on the physical, again, it's going to be very hard for you on this twin flame journey, because this journey is about you connecting to God. And I cannot say it any more. Well, I can say it a lot more times. But this journey is about you connecting to God, so you can see spiritually, so you can have understanding, so you can have that faith that you need, so you can learn to trust, and so you can put away this whole thing this doubtful Thomas energy, which is a big old 10 feet wide thick block wall for you and your divine masculine. Doubt is one of the biggest things that stops us from being with our counterparts. Doubt and fear, because fear is going to turn you away. Fear is going to make you not move. Fear is going to make you say, oh my God, my masculine is in Toronto and I'm in Manitoba. We're never going to be together. And you fear. You have fear. And again, it's another emotion. Twin Flame Journey, it's about controlling your emotions. And your emotions are the spiritual side of you. So you have to control the yin and the yang. Because let us not only think that only our negative side needs to be controlled. Our positive sides too. Because a lot of us, we give too much. Oh, God says we should share. But you're going to share out your whole heart? You're going to share out everything you have and leave yourself with nothing? You're going to love, oh, I love my masculine. I love him so much. I love him. I love him. I love him. And anywhere he goes, I follow. I follow. He will always be my true love. My true love. but,
Indeed, you
mm-hmm.
know something? Now, I would like to say this because I do know someone who is like that. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I have been like that at times. So, you know, this can happen to us, okay? Um, you know, sometimes that is
Mm-hmm.
the very thing that, you know, you're thinking, oh, well, I'm thinking so positive. He's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
He's wonderful. I'm good. I'm good. And then you say, you know, I'm not chasing. I'm just trying to be up and
Yes.
positive. I'm not chasing.
Yes.
However, that mindset is chasing
It
energy
is chasing. It is.
because my someone who I know that and you know sometimes you know you feel like okay I'm going to get myself balanced and you do get yourself balanced but then you can very easily slip into oh he's great
Mm-hmm.
you know
Mm-hmm.
so you know I find that you know it's a delicate balancing act at times you know but I do have some people who I know who you know they may not be in communication with their divine masculine however I hear I mean, every 5 minutes they are sending me a text message,
Mm-hmm.
or when I get on the phone and speak with them, then they'll talk. The bulk of the conversation is,
It's
you know,
about the masculine.
my person,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, hey, you know, I don't know your DM, but you know, can we talk? Can we study something? You know,
Exactly.
can we? What do you like?
Yeah. What about you?
It's just like in the movie Coming to America when Eddie Murphy asked the bride that they selected for him, what do
Mm-hmm.
you like? And she said, whatever you like.
Whatever you like.
You know, and uh, with, you know, sending, and it's not that you're not going to, you know, think about your person at all. It's
Mm-hmm.
just, you know, we do have a divine mission and a divine purpose jointly and
Mm-hmm.
also individually. And
Right.
you know, you could still carry thoughts of your person while you're, you know, doing things for your individual mission or your joint mission. But if you never get to those things because you're so in fantasy land, on fantasy island,
Mm-hmm.
having, you know, a
Excuse
coconut
me.
and a
Uh-huh.
pineapple with your person, then you will never get to some of the things that you do need to get to in
Mm-hmm.
these three dimensions.
Exactly. And that's one of the reasons why we should not spend too much time thinking about the future, because we will also get lost the same way if we are spending too much time thinking about the past. It's the same thing, and again it comes back to balance. Of course you can think about where you want to be with your masculine, but to think about it every day and I'm wishing for it, I'm hoping for it, you lose. By doing that, you lose what's going on in the present moment. You lose all the changes that you need to be making at present. You
And
lose.
I can say this, Twin D,
Mm-hmm.
when I see, some text messages over and over again, hey, I'm not even your DM, and it's repulsive to me. So
Mm-hmm.
of course, the person is feeling the energy. They know
Mm-hmm.
that you are, thinking like this, and it is not inviting. It's
Re-
repulsive,
yes,
because
it's
I just
yes.
say, I know if I'm going to get a text message from this person, maybe out of 10 text messages, 9 of them are going to be about the DM,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not that we have a measurement. Sometimes, 10 out of 10, there might be a moment or something going on, but we also have to take the time, because God says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and it
Mm-hmm.
is an insult
Mm-hmm.
to God if we are just not operating in, what plans and our destiny are, as you say,
Mm-hmm.
because we do have, people who we need to learn things from. We have people who need to learn things from us, and we're not able to do that if we're just so focused on,
Yep.
oh, when is he coming?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When is he going to call?
Mm-hmm.
you know, until it makes us stuck and immobilized.
Mm-hmm.
That is just very repulsive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just an insult because you know, we're trying to be our best selves, trying to be the person that we were created to be, and those things is not helpful. And it's just one of those things that we do, and I include myself in this because
Mm-hmm.
I fall into that as well.
Yeah.
um you do these things, and you don't, you think, well, I'm not, calling him all the time. I haven't called him in, a month.
Mm-hmm.
But you still have not moved and done anything
And
else
done
other than.
anything else exactly. So while you say that, okay, and this is what we do all the time, and like you said, yeah, I put myself in it because if I haven't been through it, I couldn't have, I couldn't be telling you how to get out, how to stop, right? When we say, okay, I let go of my masculine, but you let go of your divine masculine, that's what you said, but every 5 minutes, let me see if he's gonna text. The next 5 minutes, how comes I haven't gotten a call? It's okay, I let go of you. I let you go. And then 5 more minutes. Oh my God. I mean, did he really believe that I let him go? Like, doesn't he want to talk to me? This is what we do. And this is why sometimes I always say we got to be honest with ourselves. Because if you say you have let go of your person, they should not be your main focus. They should not be the person that you think about morning, noon, and night. It is gonna happen, but you should be so in control of your emotion, of you, of your soul, that you can say, okay, time to stop thinking about you now. I need to go and do my job. I need to go make a plan for where I want to go take my trip. I need to go clean my house. I need to do this. I need to do that. Because it's I. Now you're focused on you, what you need to do for yourself. And
Or if you're angry, Twin D,
mm-hmm,
and you just keep replaying and rehashing the situation
mm-hmm,
in your mind, and then you let it grow to the point that you wish bad upon your
on the
masculine, or
person.
say things, or you I've heard, oh, I'm wishing things to happen, then
Mm-hmm.
you really have not let it go.
Mm-mm. No, no, you have not. When you let something go, especially something that you said hurt you, when you let it go, whether it be your masculine or anything that happened to you, when you let it go, if the same thing should come back to you, if you should think about the past, you know what's going to happen or what's not going to happen? You're not going to be angry. You're not going to be feeling all this emotion from the past because you let it go. When you hold on to something, it keeps you wrapped up, it keeps you tied up because you're hanging on to it. You're wrapped up around it, it is wrapped up around you. So you're tangled, you're tied up. So you're always thinking about it, you're always focused on it. But when you let the situation go, the pain that you used to feel when you were hanging on, you no longer feel it. And that's how you also know that you're growing. Why did I hear a ding? Oh, I tell you, some strange things are happening, man. So when you let go, you do not remember the past. You do not remember the pain of the past, I should say. And that's also what it means to forgive. Because a lot of
And so,
people,
mhm.
a lot of people will be like, I forgive him. And every reading you do with them or that resonates with them is saying, forgive, forgive, forgive. And you're still saying, I've forgiven him. But when you finish watching the reading, or when you see something that triggers you, you start, oh my God, I can't stand him. I hate him. I remember what he did last summer. You know? So that's not forgiveness. You haven't forgiven the person. You'll know if you've forgiven the person when whatever they may have done to you came back as a thought or as a feeling, and it no longer suppresses you. It no longer keeps you stuck. It no longer gets you angry. That's how you know you've forgiven. That's how you also know if you let go of the situation and the person. So much so that you can stand in front of somebody that hurt you dearly, and your thought is not to hurt them back. That's what forgiveness is. So if you're wondering how you really forgive, that's how it works. Because a lot of people, they're always like, I forgive, but I won't forget. Then you have not forgiven. Because every time you remember, you're going into a dark place. You're going into a sad place. It means you
so,
have not let go.
so Twin D, let me ask you a question because
Mm-hmm.
this is something that I think a lot of us may struggle with.
Mm-hmm.
Let us say that you have a situation that you that has triggered you with your person,
Mm-hmm.
and you have discussed that calmly with your person,
Mm-hmm.
and they have apologized to you, and you have forgiven them. However, your person continues to um, make the same error,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps in a different setting and different circumstances. But when you look at the vital signs of the situation, then it is really like the same type of um, situation where you say, well, because I've heard that, some people forgive in installments because of this, because they say, well, if I don't hold on to this, then this person will just continue to do this over and over again. And sometimes they don't realize, the other party may not realize that even though the people may change, their place and some of the circumstances, then, this may be some pattern that they have just learned and just is on autopilot with them. And their other party who is continuously enduring this behavior
Mm-hmm.
has forgiven them, but their behavior has changed somewhat,
Mm-hmm.
because it may not involve the same people, but they make the same infraction.
Mm-hmm.
How would you, and I'd say this because this is something that comes up a lot
Mm-hmm.
in dealing with relationships with people. And so, how would one approach? How would you suggest that one would approach a situation like that, where you have tried to be forgiving and some of the same infraction or some aspect of it continues to persist?
Okay, first I want you to look at something. This action that this person is doing, Is it helping you or is it hurting you? Right? That's the first thing you look at. So if it's hurting you and you forgave this person and they continue to do the same thing, because you know with your kind heart, I forgave you. And they know you forgave them. So they're going to come again doing the same thing because they think you're a little softy. And anything I do, you're going to take it. But on your side now, what are they doing to you? Are they hurting you with those actions, or are they helping you? And now you're going to have to make the decision. Do I continue to allow this person in my life to hurt me over and over, or do I remove them so the hurt stops? Because the source of the pain is not through you forgiving them. The source of the pain is them repeating their process, their own negative emotions. So if you want to stop feeling that pain, you have to remove the source of the pain. And it doesn't matter who it is. If you can't remove them, you remove yourself. So you have forgiven this person and they continue to do what they're doing. Now it's time for the choice. Do I keep them in my life so they can continue to hurt me? Or do I walk away so I can free myself and get myself out of the pain that they have been causing me? And this is what happens to us at most times, especially when it comes on to our masculine. Our masculines, they may do things to upset us. They may do things to hurt our feelings. And we say, they're my masculine, so I'm just going to forgive them and stick by their side or let them come around. But through them coming around, is it making you a better person? Are they helping you? Are you being happy? This is what you need to ask yourself. The whole thing is about you being happy. Because nobody will live a fulfilling life if you are unhappy. And if you have forgiven, you're doing the right thing. But somebody else is doing the wrong thing to trigger you. So how do you avoid that trigger? You have to get rid of the person. You have to get them out of your energy. Because you're always doing the right thing. I'm using my good heart and I'm forgiving you. But you keep crossing boundaries. Which goes back to there's no respect. This person doesn't respect me. This person doesn't truly love me. So you have to now make the decision. Do I keep this person in my life so they can continue to hurt me? Because I realize they are not staying behind the boundaries. They keep crossing it. They don't respect me. I keep them there or I remove them. No, that's your choice. That's what you're going to have to look at to forgive somebody and be free. So that whatever you experience doesn't come back to haunt you. And I use this example all the time. And I think I put it in the book too. On how to forgive. Say for instance, you are walking through a shortcut. Every day you walk to the shortcut to get to the store. And when you walk through that shortcut, you're always getting stones in the bottom of your feet. And it always hurts. And you keep walking that shortcut because you can get to the other side faster. So you keep walking the shortcut. But every day you walk there, you get hurt. Your feet hurt. Sometimes you even get cuts. But you keep walking there. Why? Because it's easier to get to the store. Now if you say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to take the other way now. Because I realize and I'm going to admit to myself that every time I walk through that shortcut, I hurt myself. So I'm going to walk the long way. I'm going to take a different road, I'm going to go a different direction. And when you walk that road, that new road, that different direction, you realize you still get to the store. It may not have been that fast, but you still got to the store. And guess what? I didn't feel any pain to get here. I did not get hurt to get here. And you start walking that path every day for the next 2 months. Eventually, what's going to happen is that you're going to forget about the shortcut. You're going to forget about the pain that you felt walking through that shortcut and getting hurt on those rocks. Because you are no longer walking there, so the pain does not hurt anymore. The pain does not hurt anymore. So you are going to realize the source of your pain. And when you remove the source of your pain, then you no longer remember that pain. And that's going to help you to forgive and to forget. You already said, I forgive. That's where it starts. But to forget, you have to take yourself out of the situation that keeps hurting you. And a lot of us, we hold on to this label. They're my twin flame. I will never let them go, because if I let them go, they're never going to come back. I mean, this person is hurting your feelings. And let me make this clear. When it comes on to your divine masculine or your divine feminine, things that they show you is what you need to heal. And they will repeat this pattern until you realize, I should stop the pattern. Same with other people. But with other people, it's negative. It's them doing this negatively, off of their own reason, off of their own heart, whatever. But when it comes on to your masculine, it's a lesson they're showing you that you need to learn. So when your masculines do certain things, say certain things, act a certain way, they are actually showing you what you need to remove and release so you can work on it. And if you do not get that, they're going to continue to do the same thing over and over, because you're going to be hanging on to them because they're my masculine while they're hurting your feelings. And you're not realizing they're telling me what I need to heal. So you have to pay attention. But let's go back to the point. To get rid of that pain, you have to let the person go.
And can I add to that, Twin D, and say that, sometimes if you are holding on and holding on, even with your counterpart, your masculine and your feminine, and they're showing you this pattern that you need to address and heal within yourself, and you don't address it, well, that's just called a tower moment that will eventually happen. And with the tower moment, then it will be something that will bring you face to face with whatever issue this is, for you to address it.
Exactly.
And sometimes that happens when sometimes these tower moments come, and especially for this year of 2023, because we need to really, really get our stuff together as twin flames. We are going to experience a lot of tower moments because there's things that we must address that we may not address, and then that sometimes will lead us into a separation of those tower moments. And so what Twin D is saying is so true. I experienced that. There was things that my masculine would put out there that I just completely ignored. I just completely ignored it because I just did not want to deal with it. And then I got tower moments, and it force a separation.
Mm-hmm. And
And I
I'm
just,
sorry, I'm glad you used that word, forced, because that's exactly what's going to happen. A forced moment, a forced separation, because you refuse to acknowledge what was in your face. You refuse. And now the tower moment has to come in. God now has to step in and say, hey, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, so I'm going to have to force you two apart. And it's going to be 10 times worse than if you had said, okay, I see what this person is doing. Let me pull myself away so I can heal this situation.
yes. And let me tell you now, when you look at the tower card, the lightning striking and
Mm-hmm.
the people falling out of the Tower of Babel,
Mm-hmm.
then that moment is very, very painful and hurtful
Very.
and sudden. However, after the separation took place, let me tell you,
Mm-hmm.
I became so much more peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
There were things that I needed to do, projects that God wanted me to work on that I finally got back to. And it
Mm-hmm.
was just very important for my masculine to get my attention back once I started getting on these things because I just love those things so much.
Mm-hmm.
And these were things that I was supposed to be doing on my path,
Mm-hmm.
but I just had lost touch with, things that absolutely brought me so much joy.
Right.
And I thought, wow, what was I thinking? Because I was sitting there, taking stuff that I really just needed to release and get and deal with the shadow work
Mm-hmm.
of my experience because that's what that brought up into my mind. It was the shadow work of my experience, and for me to release some programming and thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And once I started to do that and get on that path, I thought, there are things that I never would have had time to do if
Exactly.
I had been in my masculine. So a lot of times we think, oh my God, separation. Oh no. But it really, really, um, you know, when you look at the things that, you are divinely ordained to do, then it really helps to um, embrace that because you get to really go full throttle and full focus with that when you're in separation. And when you're
Right.
not in separation, then oh my gosh, you
Yeah.
just
You're
you
not
juggle.
accomplishing anything. You're not
Yeah,
doing
you
anything.
juggle a lot. You juggle a lot.
Mm-hmm. And that's my fifth point in regards to what this twin flame journey is about. It helps to return you to who you're really meant to be, your true authentic self. So that's why you found yourself going back to the things that you like. You found yourself now paying attention to you, and everything that you wanted to do before, all of a sudden you start to do them now. Everything now starts to fall into place, and now you're realizing that, oh my God, uh, I didn't even remember that I could draw. I didn't even remember that I could sing, because all these things were buried and suppressed because of all the negative emotion that came to your surface and suppressed the good within you. So that's the fifth point. But the fourth one before that is to heal your wounds. So again, it goes back to everything that you have that is wrong. And it's wrong, it's not right, it's wrong, that you need to heal. So everything here that we're talking about, this twin flame journey is meant to heal you, help you to heal your wounds, and bring you back to who you authentically are. So everything that's wrong within us, this twin flame journey is meant to change you. So it brings you back to who God meant you to be. Right? All right. Oh, hello. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining, Alo. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
It seems
Yeah. But yeah, it's okay. You don't have to put your camera on if you don't want to.
hey, I'm actually very good. I think coming up and contributing to oh, thank you so much. I forgot to say thank you so much
That's
because you
all right.
really
You're
helped me like
welcome.
open up and let go and
Mm-hmm.
let God.
Mm-hmm.
And things have really give a turn. I don't know if you remember I told you I was talking to this person and they just cut me off and last week in fact, or a few days ago, they actually called back and they apologized. He apologized a lot, and I understood the situation. It kind of like, of course, I was already like giving clarity towards like what was going on, so I understood the situation. I still stood firm. Um, for example, he came out to his parents. The situation, he was engaged. I didn't know he was engaged, and he had a kid, but it's not his. He was with the woman who was already with a kid with a child, and things just went downhill and I kind of like got involved into it too much. It was draining me a lot, but then he caught me up. He kind of like liberated me from just being in this whole situation, and I started to focus on myself again. I mean, I started to subconsciously started like getting going again to the gym or just working a lot on myself, and it just motivated me in a weird way. And this was after I came across you told me to watch these two videos on Twin Flame, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I watched them. I related to a lot of them. And it also let me, feel like if someone is just not for you, it's just not going to be for you. Or you just have to put your effort on yourself, be honest with your feelings. So I feel, for example, in a way, he's been contacted me. I mean, we're talking, but not really talking a lot. He's kind of like ignoring this whole situation. He told me he came out to his parents, he came out to his partner, but his partner is accepting him as a bisexual. So I'm guessing he's still with her. I don't really care, but I'm kind of very free. I feel very calm. I didn't know it was gonna feel this liberating for you when you understand that just things flow, and I mean, I do believe in divine completely now. I think I went to a period where I was kind of like not believing on a higher power,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just amazing how much opening your heart or listening just does for your faith. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why I'm really appreciative towards what you put out your content, and
Mm-hmm.
it's still amazing to. I mean, I saw you were live right now and I was like, okay, I'm going to thank her because it's just amazing the things you helped me figure out, and you kind of like got me back.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, Alo, let me tell you something. This is what I want you to do.
All right.
Continue to focus on you.
Mm-hmm.
Keep thinking about where you want your life to be.
Okay.
Keep looking back at your life. Because
Mm-hmm.
remember, everything that we need, whether you're a twin flame or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything about us is about acknowledging the things that happened in our past. And the
Exactly.
only way for us to acknowledge that is for us to see them. We have to look at them because the things we have buried inside is what causing us hurt and pain. Is what leads us to do certain things. So look at those things. Take your time with yourself. You're showing yourself some self-love now. Look at all the things of your past that may have hurt you because if they were good, keep doing it. Anything that's bad, anything that causes you to think a certain way, do certain things because the thing affected you. I don't know what it is. That's why I have to say thing, right? Make sure you're paying attention to that so that now, presently in your life, they won't affect you. And it's the same thing that I was saying in regards to when our emotions come up, when they come to the surface. This is how we'll know if we've let them go. Because when certain things happen presently to us, they won't hurt us anymore. So it doesn't matter what somebody did to you in your past. It does not matter how somebody made you feel. Acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge it. And when you pay attention to that, you're going to realize that, okay, so I was acting this way, or the person was acting that way, and that's the reason why I felt a certain way. So now you're going to
Yes.
realize that I should not allow certain things to happen, because if it happens, I'm going to feel like I felt 10 years ago. And I don't want that energy. You need to focus on you. Release this person, whoever they are, and start to focus on you. Start to find God, like you said, in regards to your faith. Make
Mm-hmm.
sure you're connecting to God, and trust me, everything that you want to see, everything that you need to see will be revealed to you, even without you asking. Because you know what happens when you start to be in contact with God? You start to see things spiritually. And it goes back to what we were saying about the spiritual journey. You start to feel things, you start to know things. How do you know? I don't know. It's an intuition. I just feel it. I just feel it. So if someone is not for you, guess what? I'm gonna feel it. I'm gonna know it. If someone doesn't mean me any good, they have no good intention for me, guess what? I'm gonna feel it. I'm gonna know it. So once you start to do that, nothing anybody says or anybody does, or if somebody is just coming into your life for a short period of time, it won't affect you, because you're going to have control over you. You're going to have control over your emotions. Because a lot of times we jump into relationships because I want to be loved. I'm looking for love. I need to be loved. So anybody and anything can come around, and as they say, I love you, or they show this, I don't know how to put it, but they show like, I'm interested in you. Guess what? We're gonna give in. We're gonna give in. But once you're connected spiritually, yellow, you will know if this person means you good, or they're just there for a short period of time. Because sometimes people come into our lives to show us things, things we shouldn't accept, things we shouldn't be doing, but they're there for a purpose. So you have to remain in the present, see, and take action. Focus on you, Alo. You said that you
Yes.
you you actually realize whether somebody's for you or not. And you
Mm-hmm.
gain this understanding because you're focused on you. If you were still, I want to be in a relationship, I want to be with somebody, you wouldn't be able to see that. You wouldn't.
Yes. And I wanted to ask something because I kind of feel guilty for this,
Mm.
but I'm also being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm like talking to another person right now and having this really strong connection, but I don't see them as something permanent. Like they know for example, I'm traveling soon, and so I'm gonna leave the basically this place, and I know that I'm not gonna be able to be with this person, and they know this, and I'm always being open, but I felt like I've healed so much also, and it's weird that I see them as something temporary because I don't think it's something we go into when we're talking or when we're engaging with someone, and they have really like helped me a little bit through this process. It's been mostly of me being aware of why of the things, and how you said this spiritual connection really opens up to you and makes you understand why things happen and what is life trying to teach you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I should feel bad for being with someone like as some sort of support.
Okay.
If
I was just gonna say that was gonna be my response to you. So
mm-hmm.
you are not with this person because you want to be with them. You're with them because you feel some sense of gratitude So what you're feeling
Yes.
towards this person is gratitude. And this is what, and I want everybody to listen because this is what we do in our lives. People come into our lives at times, like I just said, to help us.
Mm-hmm.
But people that come into our lives, most times, they are soulmates because soulmates come into your life to help you. That's what they're there for. To achieve something, to create something, to build something together. And then you're going to go your separate way, right? Now, when this person comes into your life and they're
Yeah.
helping you, you're going to have an attraction to them because they're your soulmate. So you're going to have an attraction to them. It does not mean that you need to be intimate with the person. And that's why you have to have control over your emotions. Lust. Okay, I feel this attraction, so I must have intimate relations with them. Lust. No. No, you don't. When you have control over yourself, your emotions, then you're going to realize, oh my God, it's because I feel this sense of gratitude towards this person why I'm so interested.
Okay.
Because you know deep within your soul, because now you're saying you feel guilty because you know there's no way you're going to be
Mm-hmm.
with this person. But it's like you're
Yeah.
telling yourself, I need to be with them. Why do I need to be with them? Because I feel this sense of gratitude. But in your mind, in your soul, it's not gratitude you feel, it's the attraction.
Mm-hmm.
So you being attracted to this person, you think you
Okay.
should be in a relationship with them, but no. That's why you have to stay focused and make sure you are in control of your emotions, because then you would be able to tell yourself, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
grateful. Because when you're grateful to someone, it's a sign of love.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sign of appreciation. And appreciation, gratefulness, love, it's the same thing. And like I'm
Exactly.
always telling you guys, love is a powerful thing. Love will make you do things you're not supposed to. Because it's love. Love is powerful. As much as hate is
Yes.
powerful, love is powerful. But in order to
Exactly.
control that love, you have to be in control of your emotions. Hello, you're
So,
not with this person because you want to be. What you're feeling is a sign of gratitude. Just be
okay.
thankful that they were there for you and acknowledge it as such. And I'm
All
going to
right. That's.
advise you again,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone out there, when you get into a relationship and you get out of that relationship, you cannot just go be in another relationship. When you do that, you don't give yourself any time to heal. You don't give yourself any time to see what was done wrong in the past relationship. You don't get a chance to see what I could avoid with the next relationship. You don't give yourself time to heal. And that's why a lot of us, we move from relationship to relationship, and they're always the same type of relationships, and they end the same way. You know why? Because you haven't learned your lesson. You have not. So, in order to see where you need to be in life and with whom, you have to be by yourself so you can see God, so you can acknowledge God, so you can acknowledge who you are. If you cannot see who you are, then you do not know what you want in your life. Then you do not know what should be in your life. Then you do not know what you should accept in your life. When you have been hurt
Exactly.
in your past, you are going to accept a lot of hurt from people because that's what you know, hurt. That's why we search for a certain type of people to be in relationships with, because that's what we've experienced in our past. But if we really sit down and we take a look within ourselves and we try to find ourselves, then we are going to realize this person is not a suitable match. This person does not match me. This person is not a part of me. I am not like this person. I do not want to be like this person. I do not want them in my life. And that's how you're going to draw the soulmate that is perfect for you, because you know now who you are and you know what to look for. I said this to, who was it? Kay, I think I was talking to in the coaching session. And I said to Kay that I had put on my community tab, the pastor was preaching about how to have a lasting marriage. And the pastor said, when God made Adam, he took out the rib, a piece of his rib, and made Eve. And now what that is showing you, I'm talking as what the pastor said. What that is showing you is that when you're looking for a partner, you should look for someone that has your qualities, right? If this person does not have your qualities, what makes you think they're marriage material? What makes you want to be in a relationship with this person? And these are the things you have to sit down and look at. I'm interested in this person. Oh my God, every time I see this person, my private part is jumping like crazy. But is that all you see in this person? Lust. You're just sexually attracted. So if you're looking for a long-term partner, everyone out there, you have to find someone that has a part of you inside of them. You cannot just go jump into a relationship because they make you sexually excited. That's lust. And that's one of the things that we need to be removing from our journey. The seven deadly sins, those are all the things we are removing from our soul: anger, greed, jealousy, lust, envy, and the other two, sloth, and the other one I don't remember. So you can go search it up on Google. They list it for you. And if you look again, you'll see. I'm not lying. That's it. Jealousy, anger, right? Lust, sloth. That's when you sit down in your sadness and you feel like, I don't want to move. I don't want to do anything. And then you end up not doing anything, but you just being there crying, not doing nothing, gets you nowhere. And when you are acting that way, you get nothing done. You don't change. And your masculine is going to come back 2 years later and find you in the same position he left you. And that's why they're going to go again, because you have not changed. All of those. That's why I tell you guys, you have to start doing your research and make sure that you are finding out everything you need to do on this journey. Tarot reading is only a way to show you what will happen or what happened in the past or what's happening now. But it does not heal the spiritual side of the journey, which is the most important side of this journey. So, Mr. Allo, take care of you. You seem like a very good soul. Do not allow anybody else into your life until you discover who you truly are. Understand?
Yes, that's perfectly clear.
Good.
Thank you.
This one reason I'm here is because I'm tired of seeing people hurt. I don't like it because I've been through so much hurt and pain. I know what it's like. And it's not nice. It hurts. And I don't like to see people hurt. And it hurts.
Cindy, I think that's actually amazing, since I've come up with this information and your information. I've learned not to suffer. I think I've taken it in a way where I try to just see what I can do in the moment. And if not, there's nothing I can do. I just kind of step back and see and work on whatever I can work on.
Mm-hmm.
something amazing on this person. For example, that I'm knowing, and now that you mentioned this on, of how life brings you people to open up or show you what you need to learn. This person is really, I think I've never been with someone who's like, it's all right if you leave. I understand you need to leave and you need to work on yourself. So I think that's a lot of like unconditional loving, you know, even if I'm barely meeting them. And it's opening me up to be like, okay, you know, this is what wanting someone it's actually like, you know, wanting them to see progress, and even if they're not with you, you know. And yeah, thank you so much. That's
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
You're welcome, Alo. And good luck on your move and everything. All right?
Thank you. Like,
You,
thank you so much.
you're welcome. All right,
Great.
guys. Oh, creations. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm happy you're liking what you're hearing. Yes. If you want to know what your twin flame journey is about or anything about life, I'm not only a twin flame coach, guys, I'm a life coach as well. This is where you need to be, and you're at the right place, creations. You're at the right place. You learn a lot here. And what I've done is made a list of all the qualities and things I value in a relationship. For the last 4 years, I asked God to help me embody these in me first. Beautiful. That's it. You have to look for what you have within you to find your perfect partner. A lot of times we go around just, I want to be with this person because I'm sexually attracted to them. They make me feel good. But that's only 5% of the relationship. The other 95%, I don't even want to say what they are, but you ignore it because 5% they make you feel good. You have to find who you are before before you can find your partner. And that's why, as twin flames, you have to be in separation before you come into union, because you have to first go back to who you authentically were made to be by God. You have to find who you truly are before you can come into union with your divine masculine. And they have to do the same. It starts from the twin flame feminine, because we are the lovers, we are the caregivers. And if you can't love yourself, if you cannot care for yourself, how you gonna love your masculine? How you gonna care for your masculine? You're gonna treat them like you treated any other male or female in your past, and you're gonna allow them to do things to you like everybody else did in your past, because you don't know who you are. And that's where self-respect comes in. You have to respect yourself. And that's what your masculines want you to do. Respect yourself. A lot of our masculine will tell us this to our faces. You need to respect yourself. And we think they're trying to shame us. We think they're looking down on us. But I'm going to say it again. Listen to your masculine when they talk. They are telling you what you need to heal. And if your masculine says to you, you need to love yourself, you need to respect yourself, guess what? Go home and go start to learn to respect yourself. Go home and go start to learn how to love yourself. Our masculine is our guide on this journey. And we are the healers on this journey. We heal ourselves and we heal our masculine because they are our mirror. And I use this all the time. When you're putting on your makeup, you do not put your makeup on the mirror and then say, my makeup is done. You have to put your makeup on your face for you to see what the makeup looks like in the mirror. So you have to heal yourself first before your mirror can be healed. That's how it works. That's how it works. So if you don't know who you are, if you don't know what you want, what you will accept in your life, then you won't know what kind of masculine you want. Then you won't know what kind of a man or what kind, putting aside the masculine, the feminine, the twin flame name. You won't know what kind of a man you want in your life. You won't know what kind of a woman you want in your life. And that's why we are all here, because in our past, we accepted all kind of bullcrap in our lives, saying they're men and saying that they're women. When they don't even have an ounce of a man in their fingernail. But we were chasing behind them because we are so looking for love. Well, I'm going to say it again. This journey is about finding God. Because who is God? What is God? Love. And if you cannot acknowledge God as love, then how are you going to acknowledge love when you see it? Somebody could be slapping you in your face morning, noon, and night. And you say, he loves me or she loves me. Why do you think somebody that treats you like that loves you? Because that's how I was taught that love is. But my friend, love does not hurt. Love does not hurt physically, nor spiritually, nor emotionally. Love does not hurt. And that's why you're on this journey. So you can learn to love yourself, respect yourself most of all, because with respect comes love, comes trust, comes faith. Right? Oh, creations. Yeah, sometimes you switch places. Creation says, wow, even though I'm a feminine, I feel I'm the masculine in the twin flame journey. I'm showing him how to love and honor himself as masculine first. And this is what you should know. Creation, thank you for that. Listen up carefully, guys. When you turn away from your divine masculine and you say, I'm tired of how he's treating me, I need to be treated better, you know what you're doing? You're now going into your masculine energy. And that masculine energy is going to cause your divine masculine to know who they are. And how are they going to find out who they are? They have to feel love. And how are they going to feel love? They have to bring out the feminine energy. That's how you feel love. That's why divine feminine, if you do not turn away from your masculine, if you do not release your masculine, if you do not pay attention to you, to yourself, to God, your divine masculine will never find love. And that's why they will stick with their karmic partners, their karmic job, their karmic parents, their karmic siblings, karmic everything, because they don't know what love is, because they haven't felt it. And they haven't felt it because their divine feminine is using up all the feminine energy. And they're not giving the masculine none. So the masculine stays in their masculine energy and ignoring the pain that they're feeling, because that's what masculines do. They ignore their masculine energy, suppress love, suppress their feelings, suppress their emotion. That's the masculine energy. They're only about force. They're only about providing. But my emotions, they are lost because I have no one to show me what love is. That's where the feminine come in. to show the masculine what love is. And if you don't give the masculine your feminine energy by being in your masculine energy, they're going to end up being lost. So your masculine not moving, not doing anything is your fault. It's the feminine's fault. You have to release in order to heal. Because when you go into your masculine energy, your masculine goes into their feminine energy. And they learn to love while you learn to provide, to protect, to care for yourself, to make decisions. You know the logical one? Yeah, that's the masculine. They're logical. That's why they hide their feelings and do what's logical. Well, I'm with the karmic partner and I mean, we have a child together, so I'm going to stay here because that's logical. I don't care if she hurts me. I don't care if she cheats on me 50 million times. I'm still going to stick around because it's logical. Why is it logical? Because there's somebody else involved. Again, putting their feelings to the side. Why do you think that most divorces are filed by women? It is because I don't feel loved. I don't feel cared for. I don't feel like this person really wants me here. I don't feel love. And that's a major thing. So they take themselves away from the situation because there's no love. They cannot feel the love. But the man is going to be like, I provided everything. I gave everything. I protected her. I gave her shelter. And she still left me. But guess what? You never showed her any love. And that's why she left. Even though she had all that was logical. But my emotions were lacking. And that's why being in a relationship, you have to know when to be in your feminine energy and when to be in your masculine energy. So you can support each other. Yin yang, baby. Yin yang. A relationship is not about one person doing everything and the other one sitting back. It's a balance. It's 100%, not 50-50, 100%. So there's a balance. Because if you only give 50, what are you doing with the other 50? Who has it? Who has the other 50? Who are you giving the other 50 to? Who is taking the other 50%? So when you give your masculine 100%, he's going to give you 100%. Because it's a balance. Now, if you're giving 100% and your masculine is only giving 50, that's how you know there's no balance there. So you gotta go. You gotta go, baby. You gotta go. All right? Oh, there's something I wanted to mention. A lot of you may agree or you may not. But let me ask you a question. Do you know that in a single parent home, when you have a girl, a daughter, in a single parent home, raised by the mother, and do you know if this daughter grows up and this daughter is searching around for a man and they're with many men and they give themselves to whoever, saying that I never had a father around? Do you know the reason why that little girl behaves that way is not because the father is absent in the home, from the home, but it's because their mother never taught them how to love. Did you know that? Raise your hands. Who knew that? Raise your hands. Who knew that? I don't see any hands going up. I don't see anybody raising their hands. So you see, exactly. A woman going around looking for love from 50 different men has nothing to do with the father being absent. It has a lot to do with the mother not teaching the daughter how to love, how to accept love, and what they should accept in regards to what love is. And that's what a lot of us have problems with. And then we blame the father. Oh, there's no man in the home. That's the reason why I've been searching and looking for men and I'm always with men. No, it's because you do not know what love is. Your mother, the feminine energy. Your mother, the feminine energy, is the one that is responsible for teaching love. Same with the feminine. If you don't show love, if you don't teach love, your masculine will never feel it. If you don't teach your children how to love, your children will never know what love is. And that mother is gonna be at home. Oh, you're like your daddy. Your daddy left, and they will never be back. And guess what? The daughter grows up accepting every man that's gonna walk out of their life because that's what my mother told me love is. Now, yes, Miss Creation, I'll give an example for the absent mother. When you have a father who is raising children, especially a son, right? Single parent father raising a son. That son is going to grow up. They can be aggressive. They can be a stealer. A stealer. But most importantly, you'll notice that they're always aggressive. Because the only thing they've known is aggressiveness. And not that it's negative, but that there's no balance with love and aggression. They only know logical things. They only know how to get things done. And these men will only be focused on what to get done. I need to get this done. And they do not care about the other person's feeling because there was no mother to teach them how to love. It's the same. If the mother is absent, the son won't know how to love. And when you go back to the single mother raising a son, that's the reason why these boys at times may go out and go join gangs. Or when they look at their mom, man, I'm not going to let my mom suffer. I'm going to go out and I'm going to make the bread. Because what are they doing now? Being the man. Now taking up that man role. Because that's how men are. That's what men are supposed to do. Logical things, practical things, provide, protect. And that's why sons will protect their mothers to the death. Because I'm being a man. And girls will love their fathers a lot. Because their father is that balance in regards to how they love and how not to love. So you see, guys, everything goes back to how you love yourself, how you show love, how you give love in order for somebody else to feel the love you need them to feel. You understand? That's it. When the father is alone, you're going to have a lot of aggressive children because nobody is there to teach them how to love. And that's why it's so important for a balanced family, a man and a woman. Because a man cannot teach a girl or son how to love. They can only teach them how to provide, how to protect. And a woman is responsible for teaching the love part. Now, when you see children coming from single parents' home, and man, they're so successful. Listen how they talk about the parent. My parent loved me. They showed me what love is. They hugged me at times when I needed that love. And they didn't make me feel alone. And they will do anything for that parent because that parent showed them love. That parent did not be, oh, you're just like your deadbeat daddy. You know, everything your daddy did. Oh, your mother left us. This and whatever. No. They were not selfish. They were not selfish. They realized there was somebody else in their life that needed to learn to be loved. And they loved their children. And that's why you have so many single parents whose children are so powerful now. And they're so successful. And the difference is how they were taught to love. So guys, learn from that example. If you don't teach yourself how to love, then how can your masculine love you? If you are someone who is always chasing, always wanting somebody to love you, your masculine is always going to run away because you're going to chase them. Because you have no self-respect. So you have to learn that self-respect. Right? So let me go over again my little points that I had in regards to what the purpose of this twin flame journey is. Number one, the purpose of this twin flame journey is to acknowledge God. I'm seeing 21:12, everyone. The purpose of this twin flame journey is to first acknowledge God. Because God is love and you first have to find love before you can receive anything else. If you can't find God, you're not going to find true love, which means your masculine is not going to come your way. Number two, self-growth. Once you realize you're a twin flame, and if you're a true twin flame, your life is going to start to change. And it is going to change for the better. It's not going to be going downhill. Because number one, your masculine is there to help you progress. Your masculine is there to teach you how to love yourself. And when you start to love yourself, because now you see love, now you find love, now you found God, you're going to be on the right path. So your life will be growing. Your life will be growing. Once you know that you're a twin flame, once you realize you're a true twin flame, your life will be growing. You don't call the people falling off, you're losing your friends, you're losing your job. You don't call that not growth. The reason they're falling off is because they can't go where you're going. It's because in order for you to grow, you have to, they have to fall off. Okay? Number three, you have to acknowledge who you are. That's the purpose of this journey, for you to realize you are a servant of God. For you to realize and understand that you have a mission. And you do not go searching for this mission because you want to start jumping and doing something because you hear you're a twin flame. Once you start to find love, acknowledge love, love yourself, allowing God to lead your life, you're going to be put on the path that's right for you. you're going to find your purpose because you're now listening to God. Okay, now number 4, to heal your wounds. All the negative energy we have buried deep down on the inside is what we have to heal. Because love cannot live. God cannot live where there's evil. God cannot live where there's negative emotions. God cannot live where all those 7 deadly sins live. There's no space for God. So you're gonna have to heal all those wounds that you have inside so you can set up a space for God to live within you. And number 5 is for you to return to who you authentically are. It does not matter who you are when you came on this twin flame journey or when you realize you're a true twin flame. It doesn't matter who you are or who you were. What matters is who you're gonna be. And in order to find out who you're gonna be, guess what? You have to go back to number 1. You have to find God. And once you find God, you're gonna find your true self, because all God is leading you to do is to be a better person so you can embody the unconditional love that you felt when you first met your divine masculine. That love that you feel, that you felt when you met your divine masculine, that caused you to go crazy, is the love that God has for you. And if you want that love back, you've got to learn how to control yourself. You've got to learn how to control your emotions, both negative and positive emotions. Because a lot of us, we ignore the positive ones and we don't realize they're a problem. But when you're loving too much, it's a problem. When you're giving too much, it's a problem. Those are positive things, but anything that you overdo is a problem. That's how you will also find your wounds. Anything that you're overdoing and you're doing too much of, and it's not helping you, that's your wound. Jealousy, anger, laziness, unforgiveness, addictions. It's a problem. And don't forget the good ones too. They're also problems. There needs to be a balance. All right, guys. So, okay, yes. I can do that, Mex. Put it on the community tab. Okay, yes. I'll do that for you guys, and I'll probably give a short meaning as to what each means. All right? So guys, thank you so much for being here. And guys, listen, next week, God spare our lives. Next week will be the last week that I do the lives, because after next week, I'm gonna go take a vacation. Guys, if you've been with me for a while, you know I need a break. I need a break. I'm so tired. That's why I'm trying to put your messages out, trying to cover about 2 months ahead so that I can just take a break. I'm tired, man. So I want to go and be in my feminine energy. Let me say that. I want to be in my feminine energy. I've been in my masculine energy for far too long. And if you've been with me, you know what I'm talking about, because building on my house, taking care of everything, that's a man's job. I mean, I want to be a feminine. No. I want to be a feminine now. I just want to lay back, and let somebody take care of me. So guys, next week's topic, beautiful. That's why I saved that one for last. Next week topic, Jesus have mercy. Where's my brain when I need it? Where is it? Damn it. Where's that? Where the blinking thing? Wait. I wrote it down somewhere. Where did I put them? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? No. I'm not leaving here until I tell you, because it's very, very, very important. The next discussion. Come here, paper. I'm not leaving here until I tell you what it is. All right. Let me look at this paper. Let me find it. Yes, the 7 stages of the twin flame journey. Because a lot of people don't even know that there are stages to the twin flame journey. And this is why I always tell you, it's not about your masculine coming in and going out and you're in separation with someone that makes you a twin flame. That's not it. That's only a part of it. So there are 7 stages to twin flame union, to the twin flame journey. And that's what we are going to discuss next week. So make sure you set your reminder, guys. The videos are already up. Yes, Brianna, there are different stages. See that? There are different stages to the twin flame journey. So if you want to go and research them before next week so we can have a discussion, and I want more people to talk. Miss Mex, thank you. I love you so much for always keeping this podcast lively. Thank you so much for always being here. And thanks to Alo for coming in. Thanks to everyone. Brianna, thank you. K Hearts, thank you so much. Creations, thank you. K Hearts, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, K Hearts. Feel like 15 stages. There's 7. Oh my gosh. Miss Marva, thank you. Who else came in? Let me see, who else did I? Wendy, thank you so much for coming in. Kelly, thank you. Melissa, who is always here. Big ups, Melissa. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And especially even if you didn't say anything and you're just there listening, I'm happy you're listening so you can learn and understand what this journey is about. So thank you, guys. Love you all. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, twilight, whatever it is where you are. I'm seeing 212, and before I saw 2112. So look those up, guys, and see what they're trying to say to you. All right. So don't forget, on Tuesday I have the $10 messages from your masculine live. And then on Thursday again, I'm going to have the discussion in regards to the 7 stages of the twin flame journey. All right. Love you guys. Let go and let God. And I'll see you at your next live. All right. Later. Love you. Good night, everyone.